though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake, we are searching.
And should allow for equivalency and potential of the data. So I think we'll start.
Since becoming chairman of the commission in January this year, the commission members and I have been exploring ways and means of helping you in your respective assignments. We are trying to do this by convening 2 onboarding induction workshops over the past few weeks. Although the induction onboarding workshop was meant for newly appointed permanent secretaries, but we decided to invite all permanent secretaries, particularly to share your views and ideas together with the newly appointed permanent secretaries and learn from each other, because we have a wide spread of knowledge, expertise and experience, not only in government but also from the private sector. You might have come with preconceived notions about retreats. However, I can assure you that though you have been drawn out of your comfort zones, it is certainly not to distract you from your work in Suva. The retreat aims to equip you for the greater tasks ahead and to be change agents. To truly reposition our civil service to greater heights and improve performance. For this reason, we have carefully chosen the theme of this retreat, leading change. So you are leading change, and you are the change agents that we would like to bring improvements in the way business are conducted in government and also in terms of service delivery. Almost 2,500 years ago, a Greek philosopher called Heraclitus said, "The only thing that's constant is change." He couldn't have imagined how right he was. That was 2,500 years ago. Could he have been prepared for the changes that have taken place since his time? Perhaps not every one of them. But we can all be ready for the change in front of us even before it happens. The skills we need to navigate changing circumstances corporately or cooperatively, rationally and professionally are there for the taking. These skills equip us for the workforce and make us better leaders for those around us. That often requires a willingness to make hard choices that initiate change for the better, despite the challenges and even when unforeseen circumstances force change upon us. A good starting point for this retreat might be to recap the successes we recorded in the past 2 induction and onboarding workshops. In the first session, the Prime Minister shared his thoughts about his coalition government's expectations from the civil service. His message to us is clear. We must provide good leadership and act in the country's best interest without fear or favor. The Prime Minister is looking forward to the reports of the 4 task forces we have set up, or you have set up, to deal with emerging problems in our country. Reducing wastage in civil service, facilitating investment, minimizing the adverse impact of climate change. I think we've done away with that, eh? And we've HIV, AIDS, and drug abuse. And what was the third one? Removing the red tape or wastage. Yeah. Removing wastage. We were reminded of our core values: civil service code of conduct and the need to familiarize ourselves with our responsibilities and learn our laws, especially those dealing with employment and civil service. We have discussed government's budget process and how permanent secretaries must behave with cabinet ministers, and heard from our former permanent secretaries who shared their experiences with us frankly and honestly. This retreat is for 1.5 days. The Commission has prioritized strengthening our bonds, and I attach great importance to this gathering. It is a valuable opportunity to openly and frankly discuss issues concerning our civil service. And of course, we are deepening our partnership in very practical ways. No country can solve today's challenges. It takes all of us working together. I've set 2 goals for this retreat. First, to exchange views on pressing concerns affecting our work. And second, to strengthen our collaborative relationships. Today, we will be talking about workforce, retention, and budgeting. Workforce retention is becoming a major issue, with many skilled people moving to neighboring countries for higher paying job opportunities. We must look to the causes and find solutions before the situation worsens. In our second induction session, we discussed the role and responsibilities of permanent secretaries vis-à-vis their cabinet ministers. We will have more discussion on this and look at protocols and how we can bring greater professionalism to our civil service. In the after-lunch session today, you will have one-on-one and face-to-face meetings with the respective commissioners assigned to you to discuss your responsibilities and explain how the Commission will assess performance and at what intervals. Tomorrow, we will break up into our respective task force groups to discuss the tasks assigned to each group and prepare ourselves to present our reports to the next meeting of the Permanent Secretaries Forum and later to Cabinet as a work in progress. Let us offer some initial thoughts to give some context. The civil service is complex. We are involved in almost every facet of everyday life, from providing drinking water to delivering health services and educating our children. In our concluding session, we will discuss the way forward and develop a charter for the civil service to guide us in our future work. All of you in this room have a special responsibility to uphold the spirit and letter of the Charter. We have to strengthen our cooperation, we have to build on our complementary strengths, and we have to learn from each other's experiences. This is not an optional choice, it is our collective responsibility. Permanent Secretaries, ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply grateful for your many contributions, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the Charter and the specific recommendations you will make in your task force discussions. I count on you to bring your best ideas to your discussions so we can make a difference for our workforce, our people, and our common future. You will find that we've organized the sitting arrangements in groups, and we hope that the retreat and the sessions that will be covered in the retreat will be more interactive, and we'll have more discussions and conversations on the various issues. I count on you to bring your best ideas to our discussion so we can make a difference for our workforce, our people, and our common future. We must never tire of improving ourselves and our performance. We must never be shy about telling ourselves the truth. During the retreat, I look forward to you doing a self-reassessment and rededicating yourself to rendering quality service to our people. Once again, welcome to this retreat, and thank you for your attention. I thank you.